Hey everybody, I'm Brad Durick, catfish guide up on the Red River of the North at Grand Forks, North Dakota. I just want to take a moment and tell you about how I've been able to utilize my Big Frig 20 quart cooler here over the past 3 seasons. Now I was lucky and I met Brock, the owner of Big Frigs, just as the company was getting started. So I probably have one of the very first coolers from the very first shipment. We're just wrapping up my 3rd year with it, and I wanted to just point out a couple of things. Prior to getting this cooler, I was using these Igloo Playmates to hold my frozen bait. Basically what I did is every day of my guiding, which is 100+ days a year, I would take one of these, I would put my frozen bait in it, I would stop at the gas station and buy 5 pounds of ice at about $2 per bag, which is per day. At the end of the day, every day, even though this is the MaxCold version, I had a pool of bloody water at the bottom of my cooler, and usually my bait was thawed out and ruined. So every day I was wasting bait and going through a lot of ice, but I didn't know any better. But then I got my 20 quart Big Frig. This cooler, as you may notice, is not very clean. When I open it up, it's pretty dirty. It's blood and guts. This is my bait cooler for 3 seasons now, and I wash it a couple times a year, pressure wash it and clean it up. But basically what I've done since I got this cooler is I've got some ice packs, and I always put an ice pack at the bottom of the cooler, put my frozen suckers, my frozen gold eyes and stuff in. If we're using frogs like we are now, we have a frog container. Put it in, put some ice on top, seal it up. At the end of the day, the frozen bait is still frozen. I can put that frozen bait back into my freezer and save it for another day. It's not lost. Whereas with the Igloo, usually I was throwing all of my bait away. Now, doing a little math on this, when I was using the Igloo, I was spending about $2 a day, we'll just say 100 days a year, for the past 3 years. That would be $600 just in ice. Not to mention all the lost bait that was thrown away at the end of every day that I'm not throwing away now with the Big Frig. Now, I looked it up online right before we shot this video. This Big Frig 20 quart cooler is $184.99. And this cooler, if you do the math on that, over 3 seasons has paid for itself more than 3 times versus the Igloo. Proof is in the pudding. As a business owner, this is not only saving me time, it's saving me money, it's saving me bait that otherwise was lost, and making my business operate more efficiently. So I just wanted to take a moment, tell you how this Big Frig has helped my business, and tell you how good it is in comparison to some of the competitors, in this case the Igloo Playmate MaxCold. Until next time, I'm Brad Durick.